Hello folks, and welcome to this photo story. Stick around for a great series of photographs of a stunningly beautiful sunrise at Buttermere. If you watch my previous videos, you'll know it was quite some time ago that I was walking the Wainwrights, and it really was time for me to get back to the Lake District. Back in the 1970s, I always had a camera with me, but then I was a fell walker who took the occasional photograph. Nowadays, I'm a photographer who does the occasional fell walk. I know the fells pretty well, but there are probably a number of photo locations I've not heard about. So I had a look around for a good photo location guidebook, and I came across this really excellent book by Stuart Holmes. If you don't know the lakes that well, I highly recommend it. There are a number of locations in the book that I didn't know about, but since we were staying in Buttermere, one in particular was of great interest, and that was the Buttermere Lone Tree. Since I'd not heard of it, I assumed it wasn't that popular, but it's always well worth checking. Okay, so maybe some other folks do already know about it. Our cottage for the week in Buttermere was only a 10-minute walk away, so I had to get the shot. I was hoping that I could get down there and have the place to myself. It turns out that this is indeed a very popular location. If this is what it's like on a cold February day with poor light, Lord knows what it's going to be like in the height of summer. The only thing to do would be to get up early and get down there before everybody else. It was still fairly dark by the time I got settled in, but ideal for a long exposure blue hour shot. There was no golden hour on that particular morning, it just got lighter and there was no colour in the sky. This particular shot was the best I could do, but it wasn't really what I had in mind. For the next 3 mornings, I got up at 6 AM, looked out of the window at the rain and promptly went back to bed again. I was giving up hope, but on the very last day, the weather looked like it might take a turn. I set off in the dark to get down to the lake and found that this time somebody had beaten me to it. Luckily though, his composition was different to mine, so I was able to get exactly the spot that I wanted. After almost a week, the light that I was waiting for had arrived, and as the sun came up, the light changed minute by minute. It's difficult to choose a favourite from those shots, and I'd love to hear what you think. Do me a favour and put a note in the comments with the time of the shot that you think is the best. Daylight was approaching now, and I was well pleased with the morning, but there was just time for one more shot. sun was just catching the tops of the fells and the frost was still on the grass from the cold morning. Well, that had been a great morning, but now it was time to get back for some breakfast. So that was the story of the Buttermere lone tree. It was well worth the wait and worth getting up early every morning. If you enjoyed those photographs, please leave me a comment. I'll leave you with this photograph of Buttermere Church taken at the opposite end of the day. Until the next time, I'll see you. Bye.